Hey, what's going on? My name is Ed, and I wanted to discuss briefly this whole thing I've been seeing online about um, passport bros, which I guess would encompass not just that particular, Facebook group or whatever, but just brothers in general that travel around internationally. And these pickup artist coaches, and both men and women, predominantly black, who have very hateful, disparaging, negative things to say about men that are in this group or who travel internationally. Um, I actually primarily live in Southeast Asia for the past 4 years. I set up a residence there. I'm involved in charities and even help a little local family run a store. And I just felt like I wanted to address this. First of all, I don't understand the emotion, hate, and vitriol that's being directed toward black men who travel internationally. Um, there are a lot of generalizations and blanket accusations made about people that fall into that category. Um, the main one being that these men travel just for sex with foreign women. And also, they do that because they don't have the quote unquote game to deal with women here in the States. They just losers, they can't do it, so they travel overseas. Well, first of all, about the sex, you can trick here. Atlanta, Vegas, New Orleans, LA, you pick the city. Miami, you can go pay for sex anywhere. You don't have to get a passport and pay all that money for an international ticket to trick. And to speak about tricking per se, paying for sex, why the hell is it your business what a man does with his time and his money? How does it affect you specifically? It doesn't affect me. My only hope and prayer is that the brother is safe and aware and doesn't get himself into a bind. But what he does with his money is his business. And my second point on this tricking thing is that, for the women that are screaming this, what about the girl trips? Going down to Jamaica, having some dude rub your, behind down and, going to get some, different D with your girls. That's not tricking? You're not doing the same thing? Sounds hypocritical to me. But again, that's not my business. But I'm not attacking you for it. Do you. Just be safe. They can do whatever they want. If you're going to a country where prostitution is legal, you're not breaking the law. If that's what you choose to do. Thirdly, if you travel internationally like I have, like a lot of other brothers have, learning the language, the culture, the history of a country opens doors for you. It opens doors for you. You're greeted with much more. You're much more welcome and respected if you come like that. It's amazing to me that that's what this quote unquote debate has focused on. And on that note, black men traveling to other countries to meet foreign women. Well, first of all, it's kind of logical that if you travel to another country, you're going to meet foreign women. Damn, that's kind of basic. But the difference is, when it comes to approaching those women, especially if you speak the local dialect, they're much more open, welcoming, friendly, kind, caring, because they're raised to be wives. It's not about their degrees and what they own and what they drive and what kind of bag they have and all of this other shit. ¿Cómo estás? Hola, ¿cómo estás? How are you? Well, how are you? You know, and it goes from there. you know, people are making it seem like you get off the plane and they're just women at the airports with their legs spread wide open for you. And that leads me to this thing about bringing these foreign women back to the States. If you've actually traveled to these countries, you will know and you will quickly realize how strong the family dynamic is. I'll give you an example. Down in Colombia or even in Southeast Asia, there are women that work 6 to 7 days a week. If she has a day off, she spends that time with her family. So you got to adjust your schedule to hers to meet them, because she's letting you know straight off the rip, my family is extremely important to me. She might want to come back to the States with you to visit, to see the places that she's seen on TV and heard about. But she doesn't want to live here. And typically the men, the men that are with her, the brother that went down there, don't want to live here either. That's why he went there in the first place. And secondly, people act like she can just come on a whim. And that further lets me know that these people haven't traveled. In order for you to bring her back, you have to get her a visa. And there's so many different types. It might be almost impossible to get her a tourist visa. You might have to actually marry her, go through interviews. They have to interview her, interview you, find out what her financial situation, what your situation is, because the United States does not want to be responsible for her if something goes down between you two. And a lot of these fiancé visas require you to sign a form saying that you're financially responsible for her, even if you two separate. I know in Colombia, there's over a 2.5-year waiting list for visas for them, but they don't want to come here. And this idea that they just after men for their passports and their money. Well, women here after you for your money too. But to just dumb the whole thing down to you going there to have sex is ridiculous. It's laughable. But I get it though. What was surprising to me when I got back to the States earlier this year was the proliferation of, I knew YouTube was a platform or a vehicle for you to make money. Clicks, views, the algorithm, likes, the thumbs up. You see it on almost every video. But these pickup artist coaches, I'm going to show you how to get game. I'm going to share my secrets with you for between $700 and $12,000. But they traveling internationally, some of them. Man, I don't need you to show me no game. And I damn sure ain't going to pay you. You turn around and find some simps that fall for that, ish. But you trying to come up. And part of that is pandering to a receptive audience that already has a grind with black men. So now not only are women bashing brothers, you got brothers bashing brothers for financial gain or just pure hate. Again, why do you care? What does it matter to you what I do with my money? Which leads me to talking about money. It's not cheap to travel internationally. For me to fly back to Southeast Asia, it'll cost me $1,100, $1,200 or more one way on some airlines. So it's not cheap. And then to get a passport, you might have disqualifying factors, child support, criminal record, whatever it is, and you can't travel. So when you can't travel, you hate. You know what I'm saying? You coming for these brothers that are doing a beautiful thing, networking. It's great to see brothers work together, build, communicate, share information. Hey, bro, you want to be safe when you go here. Look out for XYZ. If you're touching down in this city, you know, hey, I got a cab driver that's safe, reliable to take you to a hotel. Hey, look, bro, I rented an Airbnb here. They got security downstairs, blase, blase. Sharing information. Information is knowledge. Looking out for each other, meeting up. You know, there was a brother that was one of the forums I was on last night. They had a list of 300 companies that are hiring for you to work remotely outside the country. And he shared that for free to anybody that was willing to send him an email. I'll send it to you in case you want to make the transition. But yet, the focus of all these videos has been on sex, 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 sex. That's all they going for. Which lets me know that you ain't been nowhere. Clearly you haven't been anywhere. You know, traveling internationally gives you options. Waking up smelling different airs, seeing different scenery, eating different food, listening to different music, meeting different people makes you a much more well-rounded person. You know, learning a new language makes you more well-rounded. If you've got the freedom, the time, the money, then get your passport and bounce up out of here. Get up out of here. Bounce. Go see. Me personally, I'm just where I'm trying to live my best life. My kids are grown. I serve my country. Financially, I made some pretty decent decisions. So now I don't have to work that 9 to 5 anymore. So why not? Just go see the world. And more importantly, to everybody listening to this, I want to make this clear. Haters only hate on winners. They never hate on losers. I could give a frog's fat ass what you say about me personally, you know, anywhere, you know, or what I'm doing when I go to where I go, when I go with my money. And I would urge other brothers that do this, kick the haters to the curb, book that flight, be safe, and enjoy yourself. This is Ed with Ed Travels. Peace.